Estamos mute. Bakit?
Welcome everybody to the Ward F Community Caucus. I'm going to restart from the top since a couple people were in the waiting room. Not sure what happened, but I had some technical difficulties starting the live on Facebook anyway, so it works. If this is your first time in our community caucus, welcome, welcome. This is where we discuss the agenda items for the municipal council meeting. Councilman Gilmore thought to have these Saturday caucuses because the public is not allowed to speak during Monday's caucus, where all the questions get to be answered. So Councilman Gilmore likes to collect all of your questions in advance so that he can best represent you on Mondays and ask your questions ahead of the council meeting. We vote on Wednesdays, or the council votes on Wednesdays. And pretty much by then, the council has made up their mind before the public has an opportunity to speak during the public hearing. We still recommend that you sign up to speak during the public hearing, though, so your voice can be heard. And thank you to those on the line for joining. Give me a couple seconds. I'm gonna put some more people in and open up the waiting room so that nobody's waiting anymore.
And thank you, Erica, this is Gina. Thank you so much for the help getting on. I just sent you screenshots so you know which one. I don't know if it's me, but just the one that might be to the older 2023 link.
Okay.
Because you know me, I'll go around, I'll click on everything that's clickable. So
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You. Yeah, we've been using the same link from what's on the website. What's on the website? The meeting ends in.
Yeah, and so that button works great. I think I wasn't scrolling down to the button. I was just tapping on the schedule, which is an image that still has a hyperlink on it. That
okay, that might be an old hyperlink,
yep.
Right?
Which was good of you to put in the first place, but
we try to make it easy. Thank you so much.
Of course, no, thank you.
All right, thank you. So let me make note of that to update the website. The hyperlink on the website. Greetings, Elvin. I see you on the line as well. Dominici.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, I'm going live on Facebook, and then we can get started. Maybe it'll let me go live this time because it wasn't letting me go live before. All right, got it. And then I'll share my screen momentarily. Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so we'll click on the agenda open. I'll start from the top. We did the welcome, understand what the caucus is, send all your questions. If you're watching this after the fact, if you are not watching this live and you're watching a recorded version, feel free to email the Office of Councilman Gilmore your questions and concerns with regards to any of these agenda items. I don't know how to turn the sound here. Okay. E-Walker 583 at JCNJ. I'm sorry, nope, that's my personal. ewalker@jcnj.org and FE Gilmore at jcnj.org. All of our contact information is also on everythingwardf.com. If you ever needed to schedule a meeting with Councilman Gilmore, all you have to do is go to everythingwardf.com, click on contact your councilman, and we have provided very easy ways to get in touch and to schedule a meeting. Just click your category, whether you're a city employee, a constituent of Ward F, or you're a land use applicant. There are special dates and times for each of you. So you can just click on those links, select the time that works for you, or you can feel free to email us and contact us directly. Councilman Gilmore, as you know, is your Ward F councilman. I'm your chief of staff, Eric Walker, and Lanisha is also a council aide. She handles all of our social media and digital digital items. So if you have anything that you'd like us to post on any of our platforms online, social media, Instagram, Facebook, Nextdoor, you can email the high resolution file, JPEG or PNG image to Lanisha Trent with those details, and we'll try to get it in the newsletter for you as well. Without further ado, we'll get started with our agenda for the regular meeting of the Municipal Council Wednesday. I talk fast, I read fast, but if you need me to slow down at any time, just raise your hand or just cut me off. This is very casual setting. So without further ado, we'll start with first readings. First readings are ordinances that need to go through the city council 2 times. The first time is to be introduced so that the city and constituents can get to know and get to read and understand what these new ordinances are. Ordinances are new laws. If we're changing traffic laws or land use laws, any law that has to do with the city of Jersey City has to go to the city council 2 times. So the first reading will not have a public hearing. We'll just hear it, we'll introduce it. The second reading will be on the next council agenda in a couple of weeks, in which there will be a public hearing. The great thing about ordinances is you don't have to sign up to speak. You can just come up to the podium when the agenda item is up. Resolutions, though, or anything else, you will have to sign up to speak. So I always say it's just best to go ahead and sign up to speak in advance. You can find that link again on our everythingwordf.com community caucus page, and sign up to speak. Just scan this item right here or go to the City Council Jersey City website. All right. Ordinance 3.1 is an ordinance of the Municipal Council of the City of Jersey City adopting amendments to the Journal Square 2060 redevelopment plan regarding inclusion of mandatory affordable housing requirement, along with updates to some bulk signage and usage standards. Now, currently, apologies for all those notifications. Currently, Journal Square does not have an affordable housing requirement. You see all of these high rises going up when all luxury, 100%, and no affordability whatsoever. So the community came together and said, you know what, we need to change this law. So kudos to this land use task force that is spearheaded by Pam Andes and Bogiano's office. If you have any questions about this redevelopment plan, feel free to email us. We'll forward it on to Pam. But basically they're adding zones 1, 3, 4, 4A, 5, 7, and 8. So we'll go down to the purpose box because it has a good summary here that says, please be advised on June 12th, 2024, at a meeting of the planning board of the city of Jersey City, the board reviewed and commented on proposed ordinance listed above. The purpose of this ordinance is to study and incorporate a mandatory affordable housing requirement to the Journal Square 2060 redevelopment plan. The amendment also updates bulk standards impacted by the inclusion of mandatory affordable housing requirement, along with other updates related to master plan recommendations implemented by a number of ordinances to the land development ordinance. The amendment will require that developments in zone 1, 3, 4, 4A, 5, 7, and 8 with 30 units or more include an on-site affordable housing set-aside. At their meeting, the planning board were provided the opportunity to ask questions, discuss and review the amendment and new redevelopment plan. The planning board also heard testimony from a professional planner during the public comment and also heard from the general public. The Division of City Planning introduced the floor amendment to the proposed amendment text, to which the planning board incorporated and recommended as part of their motion enclosed or attached herein. The planning board recommends adoption of this ordinance to the municipal council and found that the amendment with floor amendment is consistent with the designed to effectuate the Jersey City Master Plan. And the study of this in preparation of this amendment was authorized by City Council Resolution 24362. So it's great. We're adding affordable housing mandate to Journal Square, which is definitely in need of more affordable homes. 3.2 is an ordinance of the Municipal Council of the City of Jersey City adopting amendments to the Marin Boulevard redevelopment plan regarding use of bulk standards to District 2 of the redevelopment plan and other associated standards. So this is regarding District 2, high-rise mixed-use residential district. And it's also amending the historic preservation requirements and contains provisions permitting 3 development options. So we'll go to the purpose box to read that summary. So on May 21st, 2024, at a meeting of the Planning Board of the City of Jersey City, the board reviewed and commented on the proposed ordinance listed above. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend the Marion Boulevard redevelopment plan. Such amendments principally involve revisions to Article 3 of the plan and relate to the District 2 high-rise mixed-use residential district, also known as Block 1 of line of railroad known as the Harrismith Branch, which includes the 6th Street embankment. The said proposed amendment of the plan also addresses historic preservation requirements and contains provisions permitting 3 development options available to the designated redeveloper. At their meeting, the planning board were provided the opportunity to ask questions and discuss and review the amendment of the and new redevelopment plan. The planning board recommends adoption of this ordinance to the municipal council and found that the amendment and new redevelopment plan are consistent with the Jersey City Master Plan. The study and preparation of this amendment was authorized by City Council Resolution 22. Oh wow, they did this back in 2022 and it's just now. So yeah, some things take this long. And they're just now coming up with the plan after the study. 3.3 is an ordinance authorizing the acquisition by purchase or condemnation of a portion of a private easement located between City Block 9905, Lot 9, and portion of Block 9906, Lot 1 that traverses the Brunswick Community Garden. So let's see who currently owns it. So the City of Jersey City currently owns the property of 9905 lots 8 and 9, more commonly known as 174 and 176 Brunswick Street. The city adopted ordinance in 1996, which authorized the establishment of Adopt a Lot program. The Brunswick Community Garden is a 501c3 nonprofit with offices located on 299 Pavona Avenue. And so, pursuant to the city's Adopt a Lot program, in order to operate a publicly accessible garden known as the Brunswick Community Garden for the benefit of the community at large since, okay, we got to find out what date that was. A private easement consisting of an alleyway owned in common by multiple property owners on City Blocks 9905 and 9906 currently traverses the Brunswick Community Garden. So the public was engaged with the use of the private easement spanning approximately 10 feet north and south to south and 100 feet east to west for the purpose of gardening for decades. The location of the private easement is shown and highlighted in the city's tax map. The preservation of the Brunswick. Okay, so this is the easement. This is an agreement for the community garden. I see no issues here. And we can look at the tax map here. So this is the little alleyway they're talking about that the city will acquire for the sake of the community garden. 3.4 is an ordinance supplementing Chapter 332, Vehicles and Traffic, Article 9, Parking for the Disabled of the Jersey City Code, designating a reserved parking spot at various locations throughout the city. And these are the names of the persons that are disabled and will now have their dedicated space. If you or your family member needs a space like this, please contact our office and we'll let you know the steps to take to apply for this type of space, parking space. On to the second readings. The second reading ordinances will have an opportunity, as I mentioned, for a public hearing. These were introduced previously and will become law after this meeting and voted in. 4.1 is in a bond ordinance providing for various 2024 capital acquisitions and improvements by the city of Jersey City and the county of Hudson, state of New Jersey, appropriating $60 million, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $57 million in bonds or notes for the city to finance part of the cost, therefore. This is normal. We basically release bonds to pay our dues. 4.2 is an ordinance amending Chapter 188, Housing Accommodations and Affordable Housing Compliance. So whereas the city adopted a housing element, the municipality may provide for its fair share in low and moderate income housing by means of technique or combination of techniques which provide a realistic opportunity for the provision of the fair share. Municipal Council of the city wishes to enforce Ordinance 20089, Chapter 187, Inclusionary Zoning Ordinance that would require developers seeking variances or redevelopment plan amendments to have a set aside of 20% affordable units, as well as restrictions set aside affordable units under redevelopment plans of applicable law, aside from rent control. the municipal council city wishes to ensure that the city grows and attracts market rate residential development that it also provides an opportunity for the city to meet its residents' current and future affordable housing needs. Recognizes the need for a city of its size to have a division solely dedicated to tracking enforcement of all of its. Oh, this is great, because we need more enforcement and we need more departments that are strictly about enforcing. Jersey City recognizes the need to have a division solely dedicated to studying and recommending housing policies to ensure a holistic approach. Therefore be it ordained by the municipal council, chapter 88, housing accommodations and affordable housing complex compliance, article 2, affordable housing is hereby stricken and written as follows. So they're defining the terms. Affirmative marketing plan. It's awesome. This is what we need. I've been saying we need to better market affordable housing opportunities. So this division will make sure that is done. And it will make sure developers are compliant with the affordable housing laws. So we'll put this up. Let's go to this page. And this was put forward by Genevieve, the Director of Affordable Housing, Department of Housing and Economic Development and Commerce, amending Chapter 188 of the Municipal Code to clarify compliance language and strengthen enforcement capabilities, as well as establish administrative fees. Beautiful. 4.3. Now the question is, who is going to be in this department? That's the big one, right? It's great that we have this division, but who is going to be hired to spearhead this division, and what are their qualifications? We always want to make sure people are qualified and aren't just getting a job because they did somebody a favor. 4.3 is an ordinance supplementing Chapter 332 Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2 Traffic Regulations, Section 332-8 prohibited right turns on red signals to prohibit turns on red at all times along Montgomery Street. You're going to see more of these as we try to improve traffic safety around the city. As you know, in New York, there's no turn on red ever. You can always tell when somebody's from New York driving in front of you because they do not turn on red in Jersey City. And yet they'll let them know, hey, you can turn on red in Jersey City. Well, coming along, as we're seeing more often are these regulations prohibiting right turns on red, but you will always see a sign. So you won't have to guess, is this one of those streets? Everywhere in Jersey City, you can turn right on red unless there is the sign that says you can't. So please pay attention as these new signs will be going up along Montgomery Street. 4.4 is an ordinance supplementing Chapter 332 Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2 Traffic Regulations, amending 332-9 stop intersections to designate the intersections along Griffith Street as a multi-way stop controlled intersection. So great, we'll have stop signs at these locations, at these intersections. And the next one, I believe, is the same for Monticello. Yes, it is. 4.5 is an ordinance supplementing Chapter 332 Vehicles and Traffic, Article 2 Traffic Regulations, amending Section 332-9 stop intersections to designate the intersections of Monticello Avenue with Fairmont Avenue and Storms Avenue as multi-way stop controlled intersections. Now, we know the community has been begging for a light at this intersection for years. We had several meetings with traffic and the public. The study did not end with the resulting issuance of a traffic light, but it did report that it did require the need for a stop sign. So the stop sign was approved, multi-way stop was approved. You can also see different traffic calming methods incorporated at these intersections. There will soon be an island in the middle of Monticello to try to slow traffic down in both directions, and also to give pedestrians a break from crossing the street so that they can stop in the middle on the sidewalk, at the island sidewalk, and then continue crossing the street, because it can be tricky to try to find an opportunity in both directions. 4.6 is an ordinance of the Municipal Council adopting amendments to the Greenville Industrial Redevelopment Plan to create the Linden Avenue East Remediation and Improvement Bonus. So this is The purpose is to create the Linden Ave East Remediation and Improvement Bonus and the Greenville Industrial RDP to facilitate PPG chromium cleanup at Block 27401, Lot 35, 45 Linden Ave East, and to dedicate ROW for the reconstruction of the intersection of Cape and Point Ave and Linden Ave East to improve safety and efficiency for pedestrians, cyclists, and trucks. You're going to see a lot more of these happen along the east coast of Jersey City. As we know, like anything to the east of Garfield had a lot of chromium contamination, and a lot of that is being cleaned up. It takes years to clean, and it takes years to even get the funds to clean it. But as this chromium is going to be cleaned up, you're going to see redevelopment plans change industrial zones to residential zones. So be on the lookout for that as this chromium is cleaned up, because right now on chromium contaminated land, you cannot live, you cannot have apartments, you cannot have residents, you can have businesses, but you cannot like have overnight activity. But as the chromium is cleaned up, these restrictions will ease. 4.7 is an ordinance authorizing the sale of certain easement and property ownership rights in the city property located at Block 287, Lot 5, and Block 149, Lot 9 on the tax maps of the town of Kearney to the New Jersey Department of Transportation for $1 million, $98,000, subject to the city's rights to continued use and maintain of its water line. So this is access so that we can continue to access our water. 4.8 is an ordinance amending Chapter 218, multiple dwelling, Section 1, Uniform Security Service, and Section 1.1, Security Service for Senior Citizen Housing, Housing for the Disabled, mandatory of the Jersey City Municipal Code. So this is making property owners more responsible for providing security, uniform security guards for high rises and buildings that serve our senior citizens. We've gotten a lot of complaints about a couple of the senior buildings in Ward F specifically, and also with the high rises downtown, that they don't have consistent security available, and people are just coming in, you know, and when you have these high rises, these large buildings, you need some type of security, some type of oversight to make sure only the persons that are supposed to be there are present. So they'll have to wear a uniform of some type. So kudos to corporate counsel for finding ways to amend this law. This ordinance shall amend the Jersey City Municipal Code to clarify language regarding uniform security officers and scheduling of inspections for requested exemptions. This is a reintroduction of the ordinance due to multiple substantive changes since the first read. So the first read had just had the high rise. Second reading incorporates also the senior citizen buildings. Currently, right now, sign up to speak. We only have 7 speakers. So here's your opportunity to sign up and be number 8, number 9, number 10, and so on and so forth. I already know that Portside Towers, that group is going to sign up. They always have about 12 to 20 people who sign up as a group. So I would get in right now so that you can get in before they start. But they always have some beautiful things to say. Not necessarily beautiful, but informative and educational things to say. Part 6 is petitions and communications. These are all letters that are provided to the council and provided to the administration. If you need a copy of either of these letters, you have to email us in advance, and we can email Sean Gallagher to get these letters. I've always said that they should put links to these letters as well, but it takes some manpower to upload all these documents, so I can understand why. But eventually, they should have all of these online. And Section 8 is reports and communications. Same thing if you want copies of these letters. Section 7 is officer communications. Section 8 is reports of directors. So these are directors from reports from the division directors reporting to the mayor's office. Same thing. These should be readily available online, but if you need a copy, you have to email us to provide that request in advance. On to resolutions. This is how the city spends their money. Anytime we spend more than $45,000, you have to get approval from the council. And so these are them. These are also not just how we spend our money, but how awards that we give out, recognition and honors that we give out. You'll see a bunch, at least 11 or so resolutions for Black Music Month on this agenda, which I'm very excited about. So taking it from the top, 10.1 is a resolution authorizing the replacement of a lost third-party tax sale certificate. So when someone needs to get a new copy of their tax sale certificate, they have to get council approval. 10.2 is a resolution authorizing the replacement of another lost third-party tax certificate. 10.3 is a resolution authorizing the payment of $1,374 to Marcos L. Kumos in connection with tax sale certificate that affects block 21701, lot 10, formerly known as block 1775.1, lot 95, also known as the westerly extension of Grant Avenue. 10.4 is a resolution authorizing the payment of $4,455.95 to Honey Badger LLC. There must be an and. For lot formerly known as block 1775, so it's related to the one above. They have to pay for that tax certificate. 10.5 is a resolution authorizing the payment of $4,948 to J. Vajraji Invest LLC in connection with the tax sale certificate number 2014-2361 that affects 21701, lot 10, formerly known as block, so it's related to the same one above, westerly extension of Grant Avenue. 10.6 is a resolution authorizing the payment of $6,120 to Joseph P. Clemente in connection with the tax sale for the same block as above. 10.7 is a resolution authorizing the payment of $6,143 to Basil Holdings in connection with the tax sale certificate. So all these tax sales, all these tax sales are occurring, which are attached to payments. 10.8 is a resolution authorizing payments of $22,000 to Pat Carabellis in connection with tax sale certificates. 10.9 is a resolution to cancel 11 months of 2023 added assessments on block 9606 qualifier due to an erroneous assessment. So there was an appeal that went through here, but they're going to get a refund. 10.10 is a resolution honoring the 10th anniversary of the Salvation Wellness. 10.11 is a resolution of municipal council to the city of Jersey City honoring president of St. Peter's University, Eugene J. Cornacchia, PhD, on the occasion of his retirement. 10.12 is a resolution recognizing Justin DiBiase Hall for his exceptional contributions to the music industry and cultural landscape of Jersey City in honor of Black Music Month. 10.13 is a resolution recognizing Michael DJ P. Dub Tucker for his outstanding contributions to the music and cultural heritage of Jersey City in honor of Black Music Month. 10.14 is a resolution recognizing Donald DJ Wiz Davis for his outstanding contributions to the music and cultural heritage of Jersey City in honor of Black Music Month. 10.15 is a resolution recognizing Gerald Austin for his extraordinary contributions to the music industry in honor of Black Music Month. 10.16 is a resolution recognizing Double X Posse for their outstanding contribution to hip hop and representing the spirit of resilience of Jersey City on the global stage in honor of Black Music Month. 10.17 is a resolution recognizing Paul Kaiser, my uncle, for his extraordinary contributions to the cultural and social fabric of Jersey City in honor of Black Music Month. 10.18 is a resolution recognizing Kiona Susie Q. McComb for her outstanding contributions to music, entrepreneurship, and community in honor of Black Music Month. And 10.19 is a resolution recognizing Kendall J. Bass for his outstanding contributions to music education, his unwavering dedication to his students, and his remarkable achievements in the field of vocal performance in honor of Black Music Month. 10.20 is a resolution recognizing Sharaya J. for her outstanding contributions to music, dance, fashion, and the arts in honor of Black Music Month. 10.21 is a resolution recognizing Sam Black for his outstanding contributions to music for Black Music Month. 10.22 is a resolution recognizing Mr. Lil Cash for his significant contributions to the music and entertainment industries in honor of Black Music Month. And speaking of Black Music Month, just wanted to let you guys know that we are hosting not only Black Music Month resolutions during the city council municipal meeting, but we are also having an after party, a networking mixer, a music industry networking mixer with music by DJ Wiz at the factory. So you can rub elbows with these historic honorees the evening of Wednesday, 26th. We invite you all to come out. It's a free event. We just, want to recognize these musicians and, listen to some good music too, and mingle and get to know our own Jersey City's finest in the world of music. So tell a friend to tell a friend. And with that, I'm just gonna I'll be right back on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so on to the other resolutions. 10.23 is a resolution calling on the New Jersey State Legislature to enact legislation banning the use of algorithmic systems to set the price and supply of rented dwelling units. So this is an AI tool that is under investigation across the country because it has been allegedly creating a false market and increasing rents when they shouldn't be. And a lot of landlords have been using this algorithm to set their rents. And it's being found allegedly that, again, it's creating a false market. The rents are too damn high. And this is the reason why, because landlords are relying on computer systems to generate profit. And because it's under investigation and because this alleged I call it illegal. It'll probably be outlawed nationwide, and so we want to go ahead and outlaw it now, or at least show our support for the ban. So this is a resolution calling on the New Jersey legislature to enact legislation banning the use of this system, which the Office of Councilman Gilmore fully supports, along with the Office of Councilman Solomon, who's been doing a lot of great work in bringing fair housing and fair market prices back to Jersey City. 10.24 is a resolution awarding professional services agreement to Fireworks by Grucci Inc. for the fireworks display on July 4th. Let's see how much these fireworks cost. $195,000 for some fireworks. Oh, we spend a lot on these fireworks. 10.25 is a resolution authorizing the city of Jersey City to enter into an agreement with the Jersey City Board of Education to provide security at the Jersey City for the July celebration. How much is that going to cost us? So not to exceed $45,000 for the $45,348 for the provision of security personnel consisting of 53 guards at $61 per hour, 6 senior guards at $68 per hour, 1 supervisor at $69. They get paid good at $69 per hour, and 2 bus drivers for delivery and pickup from the Board of Education, office to the waterfront and back at $63 an hour for 4 hours each. That is a nice gig. 10.26 is a resolution of reappointing individuals to the Women's Advisory Board of the City of Jersey City. Tammy Weaver, Chelsea Duffy, Aiko Elboria. And normally, the resumes are attached. So I'm just gonna scroll through their resumes for the record. Just so if you're watching this on the back end, you can always pause it to read those resumes. 10.27 is a resolution appointing Terry Fox to the Women's Advisory Board of the City of Jersey City. Can't read that, can you? That's a horrible scan. I'm going to request that they rescan Terry Fox's resume. 10.28 is a resolution appointing Laura Takuri as the tax assessor of the City of Jersey City. I thought we did this already. 10.29, reappointing Carl S. Zblitsky Jr. as a member of the Jersey City Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. And there's been questions about the number of licenses in Jersey City, though we can't get the number down, we can possibly try to make it put more restrictions on where these locations can be. Because in Ward F, these liquor stores are a dime a dozen. They just gave them out like candy back in the day. 10.30 is a resolution reappointing Rachel B. Sieg as a member of the Jersey City Alcoholic Beverage Control Board. So we just like to look through the resume and see who these people are, where they come from, what they're known for. So they also are the executive director of the Historic Downtown Special Improvement District. In the coming years after this administration, we'd like to see more diversity. We'd like to see it switched up a bit too, because like the past 8 to 10 years, you see the same people on all these boards, and it's kind of obvious, to say the least. Why they're put in place. 10.31 is a resolution approving the reappointment of individuals to the Jersey City Arts and Cultural Trust Fund Committee. I have never been able to find this meeting. This meeting occurs in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, and I've never known the location of it, physical location of it. But they give out, they give grants to local artists, and even housing to local artists. So it's a really interesting committee. 10.32 is a resolution accepting 2024-2025 assessment rule of the Historic Downtown Special Improvement District of the City of Jersey City. 10.33 is a resolution adopting and ratifying the 2024 budget of the Historic Downtown Special Improvement District of the City of Jersey City. 10.34 is a resolution ratifying a contract award to Royal Printing Service for the printing of official election machine and sample ballots for the primary election of June 4th. Surety took place. 10.34 is a resolution authorizing liens against the properties listed herein for the cost of removing litter, debris. We love this one because it's holding people accountable. If you don't clean your property and you get a certain amount of fines, the city will come clean up your property for you and then send you the bill. If you don't pay that bill, then we put a lien on your property. So this is where the Residence Response Center comes in, and this is why our office likes to educate people on about the Residence Response Center. We have a page and a button on our website, Report a City Issue. This will take you straight to See Click Fix, where you can select your category, put in the address of where the concern is, and the city will get a notification in writing about the issue. And if it's not handled, after you put it in writing to the city will send a warning to that property owner to clean up their property, fix their property, or clean up their garbage, or whatever the issue is. They'll get a warning. If they don't do it, then they'll get a fine. If they don't do it, they'll get another fine. And I think they get up to like 3 fines before the city comes and cleans it up. But without you reporting it, the city will never know that they need to implement a fine. There is no longer a division in Jersey City that walks around looking for problems. There used to be, prior to this administration, there used to be a department, a division that drove around looking for people who are just slumlords, or the properties need fixing up, or their sidewalks or porches or whatever need cleaning. But that doesn't exist anymore. And it is now on the residents to see something, say something. So you have to use See Click Fix, or you can call it in if you're not tech savvy. You can call 201-547-4900, or you can email rrc@jcnj.org to report these issues. If you have a neighbor or somebody on your block that never puts their garbage out on the right day, or they had their garbage out every day, or it's just filth and garbage and trash and debris, and still there 10 days after they're noticed to remove or destroy it, the city will come clean it up, send them the bill. And I've been asking the administration to have a C-Click Fix Day to help promote this initiative, but falls under there. 10.36 is a resolution authorizing the business administrator to execute a discharge of mortgage encumbering 34 Gardner Avenue. Discharge of mortgage also. So that means they paid their mortgage in full and they no longer have that deed restriction. 10.37 is a resolution authorizing the business administrator to execute a discharge of mortgage. Another one. 10.38 is a resolution of the council of the city of Jersey City authorizing the award of execution of sub-recipient agreements for summer youth programs under the Community Development Block Grant Public Services CDBG for program year April 1st through March 31st, 2024. So this already occurred. 10.39 is a resolution authorizing this Jersey City redevelopment. 10.39 is a resolution authorizing the Jersey City Department of Health and Human Services to accept the 2025 WIC Health Services Grant. If you don't know, the WIC office is now located right in the heart of Ward F, right in the hub, the old hub now called the Municipal Hub, at 1 Jackson Square, right off of Kearney and MLK. There's also a free clinic there. 1040 is a resolution authorizing the Jersey City Department of Health and Human Services to accept the grant funds from the State of New Jersey Department of Health and Human Services, Office of New Americans. What are these funds for? $225,000 to support New Americans through outreach and education. So we want to know what these outreach programs are. 10.41 is a resolution authorizing the Jersey City Department of Health and Human Services to accept the grant funds from the New Jersey Association of County and City Health Officials, $168,000 for the next 2 years, looks like, for wide range COVID and SARS testing. So yeah, we always have COVID tests in our office too. If you need any COVID tests, again, there's a free clinic right in the hub in the Old City Markets or now Extra Plaza. 10.42 is a resolution authorizing the award of contract to Whitson Food Service, LLC, to provide 2024 summer food service programs for the Department of Health and Human Services. Speaking of summer food, we do have a list of places where children can get free meals throughout the summer. You can see Tina Knowles, she has a bunch of those flyers at the Team Walker Center, or you can reach out to our office to get that list. 10.23 is a resolution authorizing the City of Jersey City Department of Health and Human Services to accept funds from Janssen under the National Opioid Settlement. So this opioid settlement is $55,000. 10.44 is a resolution authorizing the Second Amendment to a contract with Easton Architects LLP in connection with the historic schematic design, development, construction documents, and construction administration services for Reservoir 3 historic structures. 10.45. We'll see how much that is. $256,000 to provide just for the design. 10.35 is a resolution authorizing the amendment of a professional service contract with Suburban Consulting Engineers, Inc. in connection with design, development, construction documents, construction administration, and construction site representation for the City Hall Park development. So $280,000 just to provide a design, construction documents, construction administration, and construction site representation. Okay, so it's for management as well. 10.46 is a resolution ratifying a professional services agreement with Endpoint Environment and Infrastructure, LLC, formerly Environmental Remediation and Financial Services, to provide the city with environmental services from the Department of Infrastructure, Division of Engineering, for the amount of $350,000 in payments for experts to be retained by the city. $350,000. It'd be great if we could hire experts to actually work for the city so we don't have to spend all this money on contracts. We don't hire experts, though. We hire friends. 10.47 is a resolution authorizing the award of open-end contracts to Schnitzel Nursery, Inc. for the supply and delivery of various trees for the Department of Infrastructure. And that is going to cost us $139,000. 10.48 is a resolution ratifying an agreement with Network Management Solutions, Inc. for the support of proprietary computer network hardware and software without public bidding. And that's what happens when it's proprietary software. We get locked in forever. $10.49 is a resolution renewing a contract with Metropolitan Life Insurance Company to provide life insurance to non-management city employees and retirees for the Department of Administration, Division of Human Resources, Office of Employee Benefits. This insurance gets up there. 10.50 is a resolution authorizing the purchasing agent to sell various motor vehicles at public auction. 10.51 is a resolution ratifying an emergency contract award to McCloskey Mechanical Contractors, Inc. for the repair and replacement of the HVAC unit at the firehouse located at 595 Palisade Avenue. 10.52 is a resolution of the municipal council approving the application of Dwight Street Block Association to participate in the Adopt a Life program regarding Block 25604, Lot 8, more commonly known as the 185 Dwight Street. 10.53 is a resolution of the City Council of Jersey City designating a portion of Scatter Site Study Area 5 as an area in need of redevelopment with the power of condemnation pursuant to the local redevelopment and housing. This resolution designates nine properties in Ward E as a condemnation area in need of redevelopment. So we have a map. Okay. Oh, firehouse. Okay. 10.54 is a resolution. I'm sorry. You know what? I just want to see what the other locations are because there was 9 locations. Scrolling through, so anybody who wants to. I mean, all of this is available on the city website as well if you want to go through this on your own. Okay. Definitely in need of redevelopment. Okay. Where were we? 10.54 is a resolution renewing professional services agreement with Clearly Giacob Alfieri and Jacobs LLC to represent the city of Jersey City in various EEO independent investigations. So these are equal opportunity investigations where the city was alleged to not be in line with EEO regulations. 10.55 is a resolution authorizing the city of Jersey City to apply for and accept the grant funding from Hudson County Open Space Recreation and Historic Preservation Trust Fund for the City Hall Park Improvement Project. Matching grant of $500,000. That's great. 10.56 is a resolution amending a professional services agreement with the law firm Aprusis for various union negotiations. 10.7 is professional services agreement with another law firm regarding Conrail's abandonment of the 6th Street embankment. 10.58 is a resolution ratifying the award of professional services with another law firm in the matter of Gregory Corrado versus the City of Jersey City. 10.59 is another law firm for Stacy Flanagan in the matter of recreation. 10.60 is a resolution ratifying services for another law firm in the matter of David Goldrich versus the City of Jersey City. So this is Stacy Flanagan in matter of recreation versus, so recreation department is suing the City of Jersey City? They'll have a closed session about this. I don't know what that is. 10.61 is a resolution ratifying an award of professional services agreement with an Anton law firm to represent city employee Michael LaRoche in the matter of Travis Pittman versus the City of Jersey City. 10.62 is a resolution ratifying the renewal of a professional services agreement with Anton law firm to represent the City of Jersey City and City's Police Department in the matter of Christopher Sikora versus City of Jersey City. 10.63 is a resolution ratifying the renewal of a professional services agreement with and Murphy Orlando LLC to represent John Manila, Sean Gallagher, and the City Ward Commission in the matter of James Calderon and Jersey City United against the ward map. We keep spending money. They need to just settle. another $100,000 for the total contract. We have now spent $300,000. The city in fighting the people's request for a fair ward map. Of course, Councilman Gilmore will have to recuse himself from voting since he is one of the plaintiffs on the other side. 10.6.
Erica, is that separate and apart from the legal case that's still ongoing, or is that actually paying for the lawyers that will represent the city on behalf? Oh, wow.
Correct. This is paying for the lawyers that will represent the city to defend the ward map as is, because the community, members of the community, over a dozen block associations, and including Councilman Gilmore, have sued ward commission because the ward map is allegedly not legal. So yes, this is the citizens of Jersey City, taxpayers have to foot the bill of defending this allegedly illegal ward map. Yes.
That's incredible. I mean, we have to do it, but it's just incredible, right? Because
right.
We know who's in the wrong here, and now we're funding their legal representation.
Right. Same with like when police officers are wrong, we have to fund their defense. And then if they are proven, like if they're proven guilty, like, do we get that money back? Can we sue them for, because we pay for their defense? So
that's what I noticed. The two of the ones you just passed through were for police officers. And so that begs the question of, because I'm not impressed with the conduct of police officers in the city. So where's the accountability there?
Right. So we've been trying to get clarity on what happens after, and I'll try to get that in writing. If and when any city employee is found guilty, how do we recoup those legal funds?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. And 1064 is a resolution ratifying renewal of a professional service agreement with McManaman, Scotland and Bowman to represent the city of Jersey City in the matter of Jeff Joseph and Syringa Co. versus the city of Jersey City. That is the end of the resolutions. Section 11 are all deferred or tabled agenda items. Again, if you have any questions, concerns about either of the agenda topics, you can email us. We'll forward your questions and concerns to the council and to the administration to get some clarity. And then, of course, visit everythingwardf.com for all of your city municipal needs regarding Ward F, and please sign up for our newsletter to stay in the know. Any questions, comments, or concerns from anybody else?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate your time and attention. Share the word. We always try to educate people along as we learn. We want to teach the public on how they can be best represented as taxpayers, and we want to represent you as best we can. Thank you all. Make it a great day.
You too. Have a good day, everybody.